Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Capricorn, this is your monthly intuitive tarot reading for February 2020. So what I'll be working today with Capricorn is we have the beautiful Yogic Life Oracle from Sahara Rose. I've got Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle, and we have the classic Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. So I'm going to pull the cards for you on camera, Capricorn. Now this can take a while, you know, anywhere between 5 minutes, 8 minutes. So if you want to skip straight to the reading of the cards, please use the timestamp in the description of the video. So I just want to start by asking angels, spirits and guides to share with us the message that Capricorn needs to know for February 2020. So aiming for one card or two. If they come out in big chunks and groups, we put them back in. That's usually just the energy of the cards being a bit chaotic. One card please for the collective of Capricorn for February 2020. And sometimes they just all come out fairly swiftly, and other times there's a bit of resistance. Sometimes if a card doesn't want to go back into the pack, that can be the one that wants to reveal itself as well. One card please, Spirit. Whoop. Okay, we've got two. They came flying out in the end. So we have Sattva and we have Santosha. So we'll be reading those out at the end, guys. I'm just going to put them over to the side for now, and we'll get your oracle card from the Work Your Light deck. Now I don't choose the cards, guys, because I believe that it's your energy that is selecting the cards, the collective, not mine, so I just allow them to come out. Angel, spirits, guides, can we please reveal the message that Capricorn needs to know, please? For Trust the Niggle. Now that is the same one that came out for Leo, interestingly. So yeah, it's about trusting your intuition this month, Capricorn, and really tuning into it. Something is trying to get your attention and tell you something. Okay, let's draw your cards now. So we're going to start with your recent past, Capricorn. So two cards for recent past position, please. For the collective of Capricorn for February 2020. All right. We've got three, that's okay. We've got the Hanged Man. Oh, we've got the World. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So we have huge completion energy there, Capricorn, with that World card, and the Ten of Pentacles can be a completion on the home front as well. Interesting. So we'll go to your current energies now. We have two cards for, just make sure that you can see that in position, so I can move them down just a little bit. Current energies for Capricorn, please. That was the Fool trying to jump over there, guys. Definitely a new beginning on the horizon. Oh, there it goes again. Oh god. So now you're actually seeing, you know, what really happens when the readers pull the cards. I don't usually pull them on camera, but we're constantly laughing to ourselves because the card that wants to be seen will make sure it comes out of the pack. One more card, please. Whoa. Oh jeez, I love this. Magician. What a new beginning, guys. That is powerful stuff. Whew. It's making me almost sweat here. Okay, can we have two more cards for Capricorn, please, for the near future outcome on this journey that we see unfolding and evolving here. Wow, there's too many, guys. I did see the Six of Cups there. Getting open to give and receive again, maybe after a period of not having a lot of love in your life. Well, here we go. What have we got? Yeah. Time to release the burdens and the weight of that situation that is on the horizon of completion, Capricorn. One more card, please, for near future outcome for the collective of Capricorn 2020. Now, I think I look a bit awkward when I shuffle the cards, guys. I'm left-handed, so just forgive me. Sort of look a bit of a funny technique, I think. Angel spirits and guides, please reveal the message, the card that Capricorn needs to see. Cards are quiet. As I said, guys, it can take a little bit of time, so please use that timestamp if you don't want to endure the card shuffling. But I do obviously give a little bit of commentary. While I'm pulling the cards, we start to see the pieces of the story, and then I'll set them up afterwards and we'll read them all together to see what the overarching message is. Well, they're very quiet. Okay, angel spirits and guides, please show me the card. There it goes. Oh, Page of Wands. Getting ready to explore new terrain. Getting your passion, enthusiasm and energy back, Capricorn, after what's probably been a difficult period. Right, so now this is the advice from Tarot. Yeah, okay. Healing, renewal, time to invest your energy elsewhere. Okay, I think I'm just going to get one more, guys, and that will be for this, for the outcome position, for the Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands. So there we go. Queen of Cups, yeah. Cool. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. There's a lot of ending energy here between the World, Death, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, guys, I'm going to set these up all pretty for you. See you back here in just a moment, and we'll read the cards. Okay, Capricorn, just to reiterate what we have here, we have two cards for your recent past. We have the Hangman, we have the World with the Ten of Pentacles under there. In your current energies, we have the Magnificent Fool and Magician energies, which are just beautiful. We have in your near future and outcome position, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Page of Wands with the Queen of Cups behind there, we have the advice from Spirit and Tarot, we have the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Death card at the bottom of the deck. And you have your oracles over to the side, which we will come to at the end of the reading. Whew, okay guys, it's a biggie. We've got, a few powerful major arcana here. In fact, 5 overall if we count Death card at the bottom of the deck. So as many of you may know, that the more major arcana in a reading, the more significant the event is, the message is, and the more closely tied to our karmic or soul contracts and life lessons. So it's very much not a subtle situation. I think many of you will know that you might be on the threshold of a major completion in your life. All right, so let's start here with recent past. We have the World and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So guys, the World is really the biggest card of completion in the tarot. And the other indicators of completion we have in this reading is 2 number 10s and the Death card. So I am going to call this that there is a door that needs to be cut. You need to cut ties, yes. There is a door that needs to shut and it needs to be firmly closed, locked, done forever. This situation is final. But the World card is a card of victory, guys. So it says that there is a victory to be had in enduring this completion, as painful as it may be, because change always, it's never easy. So, the victory can be, learning that life lesson, knowing that you're not going to need to repeat that again, knowing that you're going to move on to much brighter and sunnier times, knowing that, that next chapter, you're going to, be in alignment with your higher self and start attracting the people and experiences that you always wanted to anyway. The World is that last card of the tarot deck that says that you have arrived. But, now that you've arrived, you're ready to jump through that Saturnian hoop straight into your next chapter. Oh gosh, the bookend right there with the Fool, that is the sliding door. You are on the threshold of the sliding door at the moment, Capricorn. Now with the Ten of Pentacles, guys, yeah, Ten of Pentacles, It can be, a card to aspire to, like our greatest sense of abundance, and it can be the money card, and it can be that perfect happy home. But we can't forget also that it is a 10, so it can indicate a completion in the home front in particular, because 10 is that final number. So some of you may be ending a relationship or a sense of security as it has been known in your life. So that can also be a job. Pentacles can link to our money, so it can be the way that we earn our income. So some of you may be leaving a job, be it your own choice or through a redundancy or something like that. It can also relate to having to move homes. Some of you may have had to move out of a rented accommodation that was perfect for you, dear to you. Some of you might be selling or buying a home. It's that kind of energy. So as a general reading, guys, I'm not going to say it's one thing or another. You'll know what it is for you. So with the Hanged Man here, some of you might have been on the threshold of that completion for some time and potentially resisting that change, or resisting, you might have had that door, if we use it as a metaphor, ajar for some time. You've kind of been opening it a bit and letting this personal situation continue and then closing it a bit again. But it really is time to close the door on that situation. And that's what's going to release you and set you free, Capricorn. This Hanged Man, he hangs here from the Tree of Knowledge, but my gosh, he's not, ignorant or dumb. He's just gathering the information, waiting for that enlightenment on how to move forward in the situation. And, you'll know, Capricorn, when you get to that aha moment, when things fall into place, and then, you can move on to that new beginning. If we look at the World card and the Hanged Man together, they share such a similar posture, right? So it's about, waiting for that right moment, that right information, seeing the bigger picture, getting a new perspective on life, knowing when it's time for a cycle to complete and another one to open. It's really waiting for all of that insight to come in. Yeah, beautiful. They do say with the Hanged Man too, going through a completion can be like dying the death of the hangman, which is a sort of, following that traditional grief process. So some of you may have been going through that cycle of, at first, denial that a situation need to come to an end. The bartering process, if I do this, this, and this, can I change things? And then anger, depression, and sadness before we finally reach acceptance. And maybe, guys, it's that acceptance, reaching a place of forgiveness or acceptance, that is the aha moment, and that may be when you get that that guidance to move forward. And the key really is just to surrender to it, guys. There is a time to, there's a time for everything to end and things to begin, and we need to work in with the natural flow of that. Because, Capricorn, there is a bold and beautiful new beginning just around the corner for you. I just feel like this has been waiting to burst, onto your horizon for some time. So we have the Magician and the Fool. It's a power combo. I just love it. So where do we start? Yeah, okay, let's start with the Fool. So the Fool really is inviting you to take a leap of faith, Capricorn, into a whole new journey, a whole new chapter of your life. And there's a certain amount of trust, hope, and faith required with the Fool, because you're invited to take a big leap, which could be a new relationship, a new job, relocating to a new place where you might not know anyone. You're invited to take that leap without really knowing, okay, what is going to be the outcome of that? What's going to be the destination? So we have to have a certain amount of trust and just know that, okay, you're being guided to, go on this new journey, but don't get hung up on the end result or where it's all heading, because that will be revealed in time. The path forward will be revealed. I've got the Hermit here. The Hermit is all about, the path forward being, being revealed when we are ready for it, when that inner light is bright enough, when we've kind of renewed. So just being asked to take those first tentative steps at the moment and trust your gut and make instinctive, calculated decisions on the journey. Don't be worried about the mountains that you may have to scale across the journey. There is the link to the sun energy, divine guidance, the reminder to take just limited baggage or belongings from the past. We don't need to carry over any hangover from the situation. We're going to be traveling light, head held high. There's a lot of confidence about this card. It's also about reconnecting with your rebel heart, guys. And for me, that means connecting with your higher self. So really thinking about truly in your heart, what do you really want to do? What do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And then making clear decisions to get there and starting to align. And then you find, the synchronicities coming in that actually starts to deliver that to you, to match you up with it. And the Magician, it's about awakening to the fact, Capricorn, that you have all the tools that you need to go on this new journey for this new beginning. The Magician is about realizing that, with all of those skills and experience within you, you unlock that infinite potential to create and manifest true abundance in your life, however that looks for you. There's also the reminder with the Magician, as above, so below. So by doing the inner work, getting yourself back into a good place after you might have been going through a bit of a grieving process for the situation. Once we get past that and heal and, start raising our vibration from, an internal place, our external world starts to organize itself to be a match for that. And we start to attract in the people, places, and things that are in alignment with us, with what we're truly seeking. That's the power of the Magician. So it's like our microcosm and macrocosm, they match. So yeah, it's beautiful energy, guys. It's so strong. Yeah. So you are the creator of your own reality, or the co-creator with the universe, if you will, and you have very strong manifesting potential in February. So dream big, I say. Now, okay, near future outcome. We've got the Ten of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So let's start with the Ten of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so, you're going through a big completion, Capricorn. And I don't think you should underestimate the weight that is put on your shoulders and the burden that you've carried through the situation. But you are being, invited to put down that load, to release it, to create the energetic space for new experiences to come in now. The Fool wants to carry on with a light load, not carry, a huge bunch of wands. And I think this is you kind of realizing that if you had carried on in that situation, Capricorn, then, other opportunities were blocked. This person here is carrying those wands, and he can only make the journey from work to home because he is walking that well-worn path, but he's really blocked from those wands. But as soon as you put them down, as soon as you release the burdens of the past, all of a sudden, you can put your head up like the Fool here, and you'll be able to see potentially that there were all these other paths and options and opportunities there all the time, but you just couldn't see them. So some of you might have felt like you were a bit stuck or stagnant for a period of time, but the Ten of Wands is about release. It's about leaving the past in the past, guys. Because we have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands. Yeah, okay. So this for me is about, again, a journey back to yourself, getting into a place where you're ready to discover new territory, to explore life again. Now, the Queen of Cups, she is somebody who, it doesn't matter how rocky emotions get, because the water is our emotions in tarot, she can sit right on the shoreline of them with one foot actually dipped into them, but she stays secure, solid, unshakable. She holds her emotions in this beautiful gilded cup, and it's up to her when she expresses them, when she chooses to process them or let them out. So she doesn't let her emotions rule her. She is in charge of her emotions. She's a master of emotional intelligence. She's deeply compassionate, and she's living from her heart center. So some of you might find that after the situation is cleared, you're much more likely to be able to be in control of your emotions after maybe being on a bit of emotional roller coaster throughout this situation. That's the Queen of Cups for me, but it's also about coming back to yourself and coming back to your heart center. And when you're in that heart center, again, that's what helps us achieve that alignment that is going to help us attract the situations that are a vibrational match for us. Because I think you're ready, not too soon after this completion, Capricorn, to get back out there and be the adventurer of life, like the Page of Wands. You know, pages are those great messengers or explorers. Now, the Page of Wands can also indicate a passionate offer coming in. So that could be, you know, a new friendship, romance, work that really fulfills you on that level. Can be a reconnection to your spirituality, because we have the Hermit in the reading as well. Now, the Page of Wands also for me, one of my intuitions about this card is that after we go through completion, we might be on the threshold of a new beginning, but we can find ourselves a little bit in the space in between, right? Sort of in the desert, like this person here. But we have to remind ourselves that, you know, feeling a little bit out to sea, and, you know, in between a completion and a beginning, it won't last forever, guys. It is an interim. It is a time that you're being invited to take the rest that you need, to turn inwards if you need to heal, to get a new game plan in place. We have the link to number 3 here with the 3 sand dunes, which are about, you know, this is the time for you to think about new manifestations, because that magician is going to help you turn these into, you know, material, tangible opportunities. So the Page of Wands, it can be, you know, a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, somehow coming into the mix to, you know, deliver a message that's going to somehow link to that new beginning. But either way, it's about rediscovering your sense of enthusiasm, passion and energy for life again after a period of time where you might have felt quite fatigued, quite downtrodden and weighed down by the stress of that situation. Advice from Tarot or Spirit. The Hermit. Some of you might need a period of time this month to just go within, you know, to go through a period of self-reflection on this situation, to gain, you know, understanding. And that understanding, you know, gives you growth and helps you process the life lessons that we learn, so we don't repeat the same cycle. Some of us might need healing, energy healing, getting back in the right place, and you'll know when it's the right time to come out of hermit mode. Hermit can also indicate a spiritual awakening, and I think that a lot of us, when we go through deep completions, we can get in that really reflective mode that, you know, does sometimes have us seeking more in a sense of spirituality, to try and understand, to try and join the dots of that situation. And this also for me is, you know, links to that being a little bit in the interim before your new start really kicks off, because the Hermit is about going within and seeking the knowledge that will help you move forward in the right direction for you. You know, he has this lantern with this little link to the star energy here, and as he seeks, the more he seeks and turns inwards, the more he understands the situation. The star energy burns brighter. As it burns brighter, you gain more healing, more renewal, more restoration, but it also starts illuminating the path forward. So at first it might feel like you're just shuffling a few steps and you're not really too sure where to go. But over time, guys, you know, the path forward is going to reveal itself. That's the Hermit energy for me in this reading. And I think during that process where you're going within Capricorn, you are going to start contemplating and reviewing where you want to put your time and energy now. Because I think a lot of you probably put a lot of effort, energy, and just grunt work into this past situation. Maybe some of you were overgivers, and you probably didn't get the rewards that you truly deserved or desired. So Tarot is saying to you now, be careful or make educated, strategic decisions on where to put your time and energy from now on. Invest in the people and experiences, the careers, the relationships that are going to yield the results that you want. And that can be, you know, from tuning into your intuition more, by being more in alignment with your higher self, and that's when you start attracting the right match that's worthy of your time and energy. Just see how we're going for time. Yeah, still going okay. Because, the death energy says that there is a time to reap and sow. There are natural cycles in our lifetime, and nothing's more sure than the cycle of death and rebirth. And in order to get to our rebirth, our new chapter, something has to end and something has to be released. But the promise is, Capricorn, that there is a new dawn, a new day on the horizon, ready to eclipse any darkness that you might have felt in the situation. There is also the promise of real growth, alchemical transformation on a personal level with the death energy. This is all about transformation, transforming your life for the better. With this flower here, which also is carried by the Fool, is that promise of growth, of change. Yeah, it's beautiful. So it's all about surrender this month, Capricorn, surrendering to the ending and trusting that, is going to lead to a strong new beginning for you. Let's go to the oracles, guys. Which one should we go to first? Okay, one moment. I've got them bookmarked here. Okay, Santosha, contentment. Well, I think this is really where you're heading to, Capricorn. You're at a place where you can relax, unwind, and be content where you are. You have done tremendous work to be at this place. Now it is time to let it sink in and enjoy the fruits of your labour. We spend our whole life striving towards the next goal and skipping over accomplishments. We never allow ourselves to experience true santosha, contentment for where we are in this present moment. Take a few moments to close your eyes, place your hands on your heart, and breathe. Beautiful message there. And let's go to the next one, which is Sattva. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, guys. Page 37. Purity and clarity. You have to let go of things that were holding you back and are reaching... you have let go of things that are holding you back and are reaching deeper levels of clarity. Maybe you've cleaned up your diet, home, self-care products, relationships, thought patterns, career goals, or life outlook, and are now experiencing the joys that come with purity, Sattva. The space you have created is allowing greater gifts that are more aligned with your truth to be present themselves. Continue on this path towards clarity by shedding all that is no longer serving you. When your body becomes pure, your thoughts and life will reflect that. Magician. Bring Sattva purity into all you do, and your path will continue to become more clear. Wow, well that just perfectly lines up, guys, with what we were saying. Release, surrender, and the path forward will be illuminated. Okay, and we'll end on this one here. Trust the niggle. Yeah, this month, guys, tune into your intuition, the signs and synchronicities that the universe is bringing you, because it's saying that your intuition is on point and it's going to lead you in the right direction. And this whole process is really leading you to greater alignment and a much better new chapter for you. Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you all the best with what is going to be probably quite a big month for some of you. You have beautiful energies coming through. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for every one of you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment because I always like to know how it's unfolding in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next month for another reading.